The following program is a work of fiction. It is part of a project for Professors Brad King's digital storytelling class at Ball State University. In addition, all characters appearing in this work are fictitious. Any resemblance to real persons living or dead is purely coincidental. Hello and thank you for listening to 91.3 WCRD WWHI Muncie. I am Brad Huber, and we are here today with former American Gladiator Ashley Napalm Smith. Ashley is here to talk about his childhood and his time on the show American Gladiator. Ashley, thank you for being here today. Can you tell me, when did you first dream of being an American Gladiator?
My parents were both bodybuilders, and they raised me to be one, too. I didn't have any friends when I was a kid. I went to school, went home, and worked out. I had no friends. My dad always told me that friends weren't really friends, but enemies. I didn't know it then, but I had a very lonely childhood.
Wow, that seems like a tough life. Were you part of any bodybuilding clubs or sports teams in high school?
As I said, my dad, Rick, taught me that friends were enemies. We did everything in private. It didn't matter what I wanted to do. I actually went to junior college for a year to study physical training, but I was so far behind where I should have been that I had to drop out.
Well, things certainly have improved for you. You were a Gladiator star, and you now have, I believe it's 2 children, correct?
Okay, let me just tell it like it is. The gladiator life isn't all that glamorous. I thought I enjoyed it at the time. It was the only lifestyle I had ever known. But as I grew older, it got harder and harder on me. In order to keep up with all the crazy demands of my body, I started using steroids heavily. This was illegal, but I didn't care. My supplier was a corrupt doctor named Hector O'Connor who stole the steroids from the office he worked in and sold them on the black market. That guy was a real creep. He approached me one day after the show and asked me if I wanted something to really, get my career going. I knew it was wrong, but I just couldn't help myself. It was also during this time in my career that Jenna and I had our 2 children, Amy and Scott.
So did having those 2 kids turn your life around?
I wish I could say it did. Unfortunately, it just drove me deeper into my gladiator lifestyle. I didn't want anything to do with the kids. It got to be too much for Jenna, raising Scott and Amy basically on her own. And the steroids, they messed me up real bad. I was falling apart as a person. I would get angry and lash out about the simplest things, like Amy crying or a toy sitting on the ground. About 10 years ago, Jenna left and took the kids with her. And until a few days ago, I hadn't seen any of them since. I just came home from a business trip one day, and they were gone. I didn't even try to get them back.